crew in Australia, and she has developed using the same not system, but ingredients as Vegemite to make a battery. So she's using sodium gel, which is the similar makeup as Vegemite to create a battery it's a once-use battery, right? But so it's a single-use battery, like an alkaline battery.
Just eat it?
Yes, you can eat it afterwards. Right? How crazy is that? How good would that be? But the whole idea is, the whole idea is it's a single-use battery. You can use it in your car, you can use it in your phone, you can do all sorts of things with it. But the idea is they then have this food source or material or raw material that it can use to make feed for animals and farms, or use as a base material for creating food for the hungry, all that sort of stuff. Makes sense to me.
It's just, really left of field.
That's me.
Hey everybody,
Where I hang out.
Welcome back to episode 66 of Record This Way. We've got some stuff to talk about.
A little bit of stuff.
We got a smidge. I just watched Undead Unlock though, and I want to gush.
Yeah, we'll get onto that.
We'll gush. I'm gonna gush.
Tiny little bit of news. It's not a lot.
Yeah. No. Do you have anything? Because I got bugger all.
Well, I just watched the first trailer for Go Loser Ranger, which is I don't think I can pronounce the Japanese name for it properly. But it's a great little series, which has some very boys-esque vibes to it. It's a story about a group of Power Ranger like characters that are celebrities, and they protect the world from all these monsters, weekly monsters that come down to try and invade the city. But the underpinning story is those monsters are actually kept in like a cage, essentially, and then told to attack the city on regular intervals in order for these rangers to protect the city and maintain their popularity. It's got this really sort of weird light humor top half, but then underneath it gets real dark and incredibly violent as you stem down and go through the story, because it, just like the boys, it turns out the good guys are actually the bad guys, and the good bad guys have some really incredible powers to work with. So it gets real violent real quick, and it's going to be impressive to see where it goes. So nice. And the animation looks fantastic. It's been directed by the guy who directed Tiger and Bunny, I think it was.
Ooh.
Which, they did some really nice stuff.
Going back a bit now.
I guess it. Yeah, it's back a little bit. Not a long way.
Well, did they remake that, or like give it a new season recently?
It's on Netflix. I think they got a new season on Netflix earlier this year or late last year. One of those two. So that's a bit exciting. We're all a bit excited to see how that turns out. All traditional looking animation as well, which is nice. Taking their sweet time, because the announcement for that was real early this year, was it? I feel like it was early this year.
Time's an illusion, man.
Anyway, yeah. Regardless, they seem to be taking their time for it, and the premiere will be out next year anyway. The last thing we need is more to watch this season.
Yeah.
We've also got news on Ghost Girl. Now, I don't know if you read this. It's a little while ago now. But there's a series called Ghost Reaper Girl that went on hiatus.
Yeah.
Really not that far different time to all the other ones that went on hiatus at the same time, like Stage S and
Ruri
Dragon. There was a bunch of mangaka that actually went on hiatus all at the same time around that area, and this happened sort of similar at that time as well. But there's been a bit of movement, and they've been saying that there's some new manuscripts coming in, which means there's more work coming in, which means the story is going to continue. Now, if you're not familiar with Ghost Reaper Girl, it's a very fun series.
It's been on my list to check out for a while. What's the gist?
The gist is it's about a girl who really loves this TV show called Ghost Reaper Girl, and watches it all the time, and she gets caught up in like a scenario where she's been attacked by a ghost and being protected by a ghost at the same time, and somehow she like extracts the ghost that's protecting her's power and turns into the TV character that she loves, making her Ghost Reaper Girl, and then she destroys the monster attacking her, and they create a team-like connection. Now, this is the same mangaka that brought us Rosaria and Plus Vampire.
I just saw that.
We know we're going to be in for some really beautiful art and some really cool action sequences, because that series had a pretty good balance behind it.
It was not as lewd as like To Love Ru, though, was it?
No. Yeah. It's got a little bit of like a tiny bit of fan service, not even fan service, I wouldn't say. More language than actual showing. So it's not as showy.
It's not a High School DxD.
No, nowhere near that. Yeah, but it's got some really cool action, amazing character design, and some really good artwork. So if you want something different and something new and something that's about to start up again, give it a read, because it's a good read. You too, Brad. Get on that.
I will. I'm reading and listening to so much content right now. I think my brain is about to split.
I feel like my head's about to explode as well. The amount of stuff I've consumed over the past week is just stupid. With all the new season dropping and, everybody back in swing for titles this week. I mean, the only thing we didn't get this week was Kaiju. So it feels like everything's been just slapping me in the face.
I think I just realized I've put over 250 hours into the Wheel of Time audiobooks. I'm like doing some quick maths. I'm like, oh man, that's a lot of time.
Yeah. Anyway, So that's I mean, as far as news goes, that's pretty much it.
There was a few trailers for, like, there was an Ichinose PV for the manga.
Yeah.
Cypher Academy had one as well. The ending for Spy Family's new seasons dropped or leaked.
Leaked. I love how they say leaked when it's not. It's just the studios released it, and
we want
to someone, just to a control group. They've given it to a control group, and that control group has leaked it, knowing full well that they're going to leak it.
They're like, do we need to sign an NDA? Nah, she'll be right. We trust you.
We'll give you the original digital file. It's okay. You go ahead and just look at that yourself. Oh man. Let's see. Eminence and Shadow came back this season, which is good. So season 2 kicked back in, and it's full like simuldub.
Oh man, now, I really need to finish season 1.
Oh yeah, you do. And it's great to see that it's not just us that really have been really enjoying it. Its popularity is quite large. So looking at a few of the lists that are floating around of the most watched series, this season so far. It's in the top 10.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Easily in the top 10. So it's no real surprise. I mean, if you look at a lot of the stuff that's floating around this season, it's just a lot more stuff.
How very concise. Thank you.
I know I know it sounds so vague and blasé, but you know what? A lot of the content that's come out feels vague and blasé. Like there's nothing strikingly different that's sort of dropped this season that I've seen so far, with the exception of Undead Unluck. I think I might wait for Eminence and Shadow to build up a few episodes before I watch it, because I know I'll just tear through that thing. Yeah. Oddly enough, I've been going back and watching a few older series, Chinese series that have dropped.
Oh yeah.
So I watched, was it Fog Mountain of Five Elements, which sounds like it's one of the most ludicrous titles I've come across, because it makes no sense whatsoever. And it actually relates nothing to the series at all.
Of course.
But I sent you a whole bunch of like faces last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's from that show, and it's so beautifully animated.
The dude that pissed himself so he wouldn't get eaten by the monster?
Yeah, no, that was a different one. So I started watching a different one after that.
Okay.
But it was only 3 episodes, so it was actually an indie title. So this was made by a really small studio, but backed by a big company called Bitty Bitty, which is a big Chinese webcomic company. So they do a lot of anime as well as webcomic stuff. They're basically the Chinese version of Korea's webtoon
stuff.
Yeah. So and similar scale, but they've pushed the animation a lot harder. And they've also found their stuff on the likes of Netflix and that. So if you've ever watched Scissor 7, that's one of theirs. And I think there's a couple more on there as well. But they make some really, really interesting content. Daily Life of the Immortal King, that's another one of theirs. So it's got a lot of traditional Chinese elements, but they throw a lot of humor in there as well. So there's some good series, definitely worth a watch, and some really beautiful animation and action sequences happening. You can tell that the Fog Mountain one was done independently, because the creation on it is lovingly crafted.
Yeah.
Like they put a lot.
Could have just been getting paid really good.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. But it's just beautifully done. Beautifully done. Nice. So that's the little odd little things I've been watching along the way.
Segue. That's how that works, right?
It is. That is how you segue into something else.
Of course, sir.
Like color pages. You got some color pages for me?
I do. I practiced real hard on that.
Nice. But first, a word from our sponsor. No.
Oh, whoops.
What? Oh, no. I sprung it on you, didn't I?
You did. You said one thing and I was getting it ready.
I know. I thought you would have been ready for the other thing first, and you would have cut me off and said, I'll tell you about that in a minute.
No, my life is pure chaos. I don't have anything planned.
No, that's all right. That's how we roll. And let's be realistic. Our sponsor is us.
And if you've been here for 66 episodes, you know that we're the most unorganized people.
That's right. Wow. Relatively unorganized.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we watch the content before we come on or read.
for the most part.
Now, Lady of the Swamp. Lady of the Swamp.
Oh my god.
Let's be organized.
I know, my brain just kind of stopped.
He's going to play this time?
Here we
go.
go.
Nice.
That is super loud, though. I actually haven't seen this yet. That's not right.
It's a few more.
That's strange. What? No. What? Why does it say 50 days to go? That's weird. Campaign goes for 30 days. It'll be launching in 20 days on October 31st, the big spoopy Halloween day.
Well, that makes sense. That equals 50.
What?
Well, it starts in 20 and goes for 30.
But what?
So 50 days till it finishes.
That's not how it works, Logan.
It is.
That's. I was going to say that's not how math works, and I was like, well, actually,
that's exactly how math works. Right. Yeah, definitely jump onto the Kickstarter. Follow if you aren't already following. It's going to be big. Actually, that's my word for it at the moment, because Kieran messaged me this morning about how many pages it's going to be. My new word for it is it's big.
Big. Well, the thing that I find super cool this time around is that we've got governmental funding.
Yeah, this is the thing. We've been certified.
Forklift certified.
That's right. We know how to drive them things with the prongs.
Just like Jack.
Jack don't know shit.
No, he's forklift certified, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
no cap.
No cap.
As the kids say.
We are so edgy and cool.
Oh, we need to stop drinking before we do these shows. But I don't know if I could get through Reign of the Seven Spellblades if I didn't have a drink.
This is true. So yes, look at that. Creative Australia believes in our project, as should you. How about that? That was good.
I'm gonna put
a link. Put a link in.
Thanks. That's the word I was using in the chat comment section. Imaging. Check it out.
We'll call it. Please do.
Click the little notify me when launch. That'll help us get it to more people's eyeballs. Yeah,
more drinking.
Questionable. I moved on to green tea.
Oh, what? It's got vodka in it though, right?
I don't need any more alcohol. I had a honey whiskey, which just went down super smooth.
Okay.
But now I'm tired.
That's because you had whiskey. Whiskey is
I know. I'm like,
drink.
Fuck, man. I'm buzzing, but my eyes feel heavy.
That's the one where you get to lay down and shut your eyes, and the room keeps spinning.
Oh,
it's a good one.
It's the spicy water.
Mm.
Here we go. So our
color pages. No, you're gonna.
Yeah, but I wish we got the magazine over here. Look at this.
It's not bad.
I like it. Yeah, they admittedly they do just fucking cut up shit and just splash it on the cover.
It's a lot of red.
Yeah, it always is. It's their thing. It's red.
Yeah,
red and yellow. Red and yellow. So I went.
That makes sense. You know, they're logo.
Yeah, when Kieran, that's his name. When Kieran was designing the Read This Way logo, we were going through color schemes, and I liked the red, but Kieran decided to go yellow, and I understand why.
But we could have made the logo red, and then the background yellow.
Yeah, could have.
Still can. We've got the power.
Yeah, we do. Well, technically, yeah, we do. We have the technology. We can rebuild.
We do.
Has
his hat always been that big?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
There's no real scale.
No, I mean,
let's be honest.
I would
like it changes. It changes.
Did it also eat the gum fruit?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's say it did.
I mean,
his clothes.
Luffy's powers affect
everything around
world
him.
around him now, so doesn't matter. It's just semantics.
Rules no longer apply.
Schematics and.
Do you think that was his plan all along? Was to go? I want to make a comic where it doesn't matter what I do. It's explained because it can happen.
Yeah. Because I say so. Because it's my world.
The world building and the story that leads up to that point, you see this absolutely ridiculous thing happen and go, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out.
Makes no sense whatsoever, but yep.
Oh man. Well, now that it's been weeks now, since Giffith's been shown off. Well, unless you're a dub watcher, but if you haven't gotten it spoiled for you by this point, I'm impressed. And just I guess close your ears for a bit. The reveal when it was announced that Luffy's devil fruit wasn't the Gumma Gumma no Mi, the internet just melted down. It was insane to have a look at that front row. I don't think I've been a part of like a big reveal in a weekly manga that's had that big of a reaction. And just like the clear divide straight down the middle of I love it and I absolutely hate it. And I'm just sitting here like
the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
And you're like, yeah, it's One Piece. Like, what were you expecting?
Yeah.
But like narratively wise and like how everything was done, just he's excellent execution always. And I think it does come down to like what you were saying with it being a world that he's built up where it's just a playground. He doesn't need to like have these constraints with like power scaling and whatnot.
No, there's no rules.
Yeah.
He's made a world where there's no rules. And if there is a rule, that rule can be broken because that's the world they live in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, so
as a creative, that's like a pinnacle in story writing. You know, you get to a point where it doesn't matter what you write, doesn't matter what rubbish is on the page, people will eat it up and love it because it's in the world that they're invested in. I mean, you look at Star Wars, you look at Dragon Ball, you look at all those big ongoing series that have clearly been running for too long. But people were still eating it up because they just love the world and they're invested.
Admittedly, I do kind of like I don't like any of the newer Star Wars movies, like past Rogue One. I really liked Rogue One, and I really liked the new Star Wars games. So the ratio is drastically like off, like to content that I actually enjoy from those massive properties. But and like Dragon Ball, I probably dropped off after the second movie, the Resurrection of Frieza.
You did better than me because I dropped off when Boo erupted.
Wow.
As soon as Boo happened, I'm just like, nope, I don't want to be a part of this.
I
It's just
love
so
the Boo
dumb.
saga. I
It's
love the
so
Boo saga
dumb.
so much. Oh man.
It lost me. I was like, how many levels of Super Saiyan can you have?
You know that it gets even more stupid now, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm aware. I'm
like
fully aware.
I when he did Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, I was like, bro, are you for real right now? Either you're trolling or just wow.
You know he's been trolling since like the end of the Frieza arc.
Yeah.
Toriyama Toriyama has come out
Boo was
and
still
said
great.
that he has been trolling the fans with his power scaling since way back. He's like, "Oh no, this is I got to make it more ridiculous." And then people will stop enjoying it, and then I can finally stop making it. But it's like Family Guy.
Oh my god.
You know how he made, Seth MacFarlane made Family Guy more ludicrous and more offensive and more ridiculous to try and get it essentially either banned or taken off
Like
air or
cancelled, yeah.
cancelled in some way. But people just kept eating it up and they just kept loving it because that was just the world they loved.
I mean, The Simpsons, right?
Yeah, once you get a connection with people, that's it.
Yeah.
It's done. It's locked in. People will literally buy anything.
This is technically a One Piece color spread. However, it's a promotion for the new movie. Was it a series or a movie? Monsters. I think it was a movie, wasn't it?
What's that?
The Oda's new thing animation that's coming out. That's like loosely connected prequel.
Oh,
The big sea dragon thing. You remember?
were they the prequel? Were they? Oh, was that a? I can't remember whether they were animating or whether they were re-releasing it or translating it, for that matter.
Oh, I was getting anime adaptation.
Okay,
I don't know if they actually specified actually if it was a series or a movie.
I don't know.
I reckon it'd be a movie. I don't think there's enough of it for yeah, it's a one shot, 45 pages.
Yeah.
So there's not
You'll get a movie.
Great, yeah. There's not a great deal to
Yeah.
go off of.
Yeah, you might get 3 episodes or a movie.
Which follows like Zoro's distant relative, which is why he's there. The zombie dude, actually.
Yeah.
That's the guy that we're going to be following.
He does look interesting. On a weird side note, I went and saw the director of Rogue One. I went and saw his new movie, The Creator. Go watch it.
What's it called?
It's called The Creator. It's on
actually, is that the AI looking?
Yeah, I went and saw it on Sunday, and it's pretty good.
It looks good.
Okay. So
Terminator,
the thing is,
right?
No.
The trailer makes it look like it's Terminator.
It's very much. I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Children of Men. Every time I say the title, nobody has ever watched it. It's super.
I know
weird.
of it, but
yeah, because it's a brilliant film, but nobody's watched it.
Yeah,
it's got the same feels as that. But its real key factor is its scale. As a director, he does some really beautiful scaling work, and he doesn't use sets through the movie, which is wacky as hell, right? So I know this is a sidetrack, but
I feel like this is going to be semantics, though. Like,
no, not necessarily. Okay,
by technicality, anything is a set, right?
No, not quite. Because a set means you get to control every element.
Okay.
Okay, so when you say a set, it's inside a studio. It's been built
So
for that
there is
purpose.
actually like a differentiation
Oh
between
yeah,
like where
yeah.
you're
He's
filming.
he's actually just dropped in on sites and filmed,
Okay.
and so to get you've seen the trailer, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks beautiful, right? Looks like better than pretty much any Star Wars that floats around or any Marvel movie that floats around, that sort of stuff. And you're just like, I'm leading back around to anime. Don't worry.
I'm just
But
checking to make sure
you
it
know,
is the
you
same thing that I'm thinking of.
you look at all these movies and these big $200 million films, and you watch them, and you're just like, oh, the special effects were a little bit okay. This thing was made on an $80 million budget. Which is insane because almost every shot in this film has special effects. And it's a 2.5 hour film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
mind-boggling.
very
And
impressive.
the reason it was so cheap is because he shot and edited everything before he gave it to the special effects team. The film was finished before he gave it to them, and then they could concisely and precisely make every scene without any edits or recuts or changes. Everything was done once.
They did it in order.
Yeah. And it looks goddamn fantastic for it, because all the filming he did, so he did like 4-man teams. He'd drop down in Thailand and just film in these locations.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like guerrilla style filming he did. And
Oh man, I miss Tenmaku.
yeah, I know. I wanted to say that because it did sort of link back to Tenmaku a little bit. And
Is that the link you were gonna make?
no, the link was is more in the sci-fi influence in this film.
Oh, okay.
So we know that anime has been making more and more waves in the English speaking world, but the scale of it affecting us on a day-to-day basis and all the media that people that they're consuming at the moment don't even realize it's influenced by manga and anime. It's insane. So you sit down and you watch this movie, which is a futuristic movie, which has got Ken Watanabe in it, of course, because how can you not have a movie with him in it? And he actually wrote the role for him, but he wanted him in the movie so bad he wrote the role. But when you say sci-fi and you say, near future, you automatically hit, tones of cyberpunk, you hit tones of Akira, you hit tones of all this sort of stuff, Ghost in the Shell, and it's all there. You can feel it because the world that he's built is that really dirty cyberpunk kind of feel, instead of being this real clean cut iRobot kind of looking stuff. So it's fascinating to see the influence that's happened over the years. It's to us, it's not so subtle. We saw it coming. We see that the popularity of this stuff. But if you go back and look through, it's been steadily and increasingly influencing these areas so heavily. Walk through Target. 40% of the shirts in there are anime shirts.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, it's creeping in so quickly and so fluently that I love it. And every time I walk past it, I'm just like, told you so. It was coming.
I was going to mention something that I can't remember now because I let you keep talking. And I
sorry,
I
man.
No, and I didn't actually continue.
Let me let you talk. That's all right.
And fuck you, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come back to me if
Eventually.
it's important.
I'm sure it is.
I'll
You will.
remember.
I'll be
Like
in the middle of something and you'll remember it and you'll interrupt me and then I'll forget.
the second
The second.
I end the broadcast, I'll remember.
Yeah. You'll come across it.
Couple more color pages.
Sorry, man. Talk about
Right?
the tangent.
Blue box. I don't know what this one is, but I like it.
What is that?
This one.
Oh, it's an award winner. Must be a one shot.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't get it, so that sucks.
No. Oh yeah, Halloween based Okaeri. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And this is what the inside looks like. I still don't know what this is. So I guess there's
It's got a pen.
a few more that we don't get. That are in the magazine that we don't get on the app, which kind of sucks.
Why? I mean, I kind of get it. People are going to buy the magazine because there's stuff in it you can't get on the website. But now that I'm paying a subscription, I should get that now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should.
I think that's fair.
But you don't. So
I think it's. I know. I don't. Is that the second season of Goblin Slayer?
Yeah. And third season of Shield Hero, which apparently is a lot better than season 2. And
I skipped season 2. I think I'll just
animation wise, it looks mwah.
The first one, the first season wasn't that bad. It was actually really good.
No, but like, have you seen some of the trailers for this?
Yeah, I have. I've been seeing the animation drops. They've definitely done some work on it.
Yeah.
Kinema Citrus. Is it the same studio? Or is a different studio picked it up? I wonder. No, that's right. You keep doing what you're thinking. I'll look it up.
No,
How about that?
That's all good. I'm already here though. Yeah, they did. There. Yeah, they did. Oh, they're the same studio that did Made in Abyss as well. That's interesting.
It is interesting. Well, the first season wasn't that bad. I mean, animation, it had some really nice action, character, expressions were fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about the first season.
Holy crap, they also did Codebreaker. That was edgy as hell. Solid. Hang on, I'll just bring it up. It's like a solid 5.
5 out of 10?
Actually.
Or 20? 6.7.
See, I wasn't too far off. I was a bit savage, actually. A bit too mean. It was fine. It only has a season, so don't get invested. It was I had it given to me as a gift and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, it's pretty cringe.
It's like edgy cringe.
It feels like it came out in like, oh no, okay, actually that kind of
2000s, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say like 2007, 2009. So it's not too far off where I was gonna guess. It has that energy, if you know what I mean, like really extra, but it's in a transitional period, so it's not. Yeah, I think it's on Crunchyroll.
Just for something different.
Oh, actually, it says Funimation over here. Anyway,
Kodansha series.
We went down a rabbit hole.
Nah, man. New season of Dr. Stone.
I don't know what that is. That looks cooler.
Second season, everything.
Oh, that's Eminence and Shatter.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
All those characters look really familiar.
I haven't seen its Japanese title before.
That's an intense title.
Yeah, nah, I can see why you nope.
Say it.
No.
Kage no Jitsu. Kage no Jitsu Ryu Kosha ni Naritakute. Yeah, that's rough.
Close. That's pretty close. This is cool. I miss Tokyo Revengers, man.
Yeah,
That shit
I'm
was
still yet to get onto it.
talking about edgy series. Oh, it's such. I really enjoy a good delinquent story and time travel, and delinquent time travel was just like, oh yes,
That's gonna happen.
oh dude, it was like I didn't know these two flavors could mix, but damn, it's good.
Why not? Delinquent anything. I love delinquent
Yeah.
action. It's always good fun. It's always full of heart.
Yeah.
You know.
I really enjoyed how dark it gets actually. It starts off like pretty, I mean, it feels a little more slapstick and light until like it starts getting into the meat and you're like, oh, that person just died. Holy shit.
Yeah.
They're a literal child. God damn.
I will I think I'll watch that and Bunjo Stray Dogs like kind of like back to back.
I need to try and like push past
like I need to do that.
Push past this block that I have with Bongo because I want to get into it. It looks amazing, and there's a few scenes that I've seen that look really edgy and cool. And I want to fully understand what the hell's going on with it all, but I just haven't gotten around to fully watching it. I keep getting to like that 2-3 episode mark and then forgetting about it. Something else. I won't start watching something else. Yeah. And by the time I come back around to it, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I was watching and what's happening. So I start again, and then the cycle
continues. Then you watch those 3 episodes and you're just like, shit, I'm getting bored.
Yeah.
There's a limitation to edge. If you're gonna do edgy, you need to make it fun as well. You can't just make it straight out serious. Full on. Is it just because they have giraffe necks?
Listen here.
No, I'm just poking fun.
Because you also suffer from giraffe necks
on the odd occasion. Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do love a bit of giraffe neck. Just to
and I mean, it's not super noticeable all the time.
In the anime, probably not. In the manga.
Yeah, there's some choice panels in the manga that are like, wow, that neck is long. And it's like that seems more like an error than a stylistic choice, but
do you know what really draws me to that series is the fact that the mangaka is a delinquent. That's what when I read that, I'm just like, what? And he's based like so much of the stuff on things he's done and trouble that he's caused.
After hearing that, after I finished reading the series, I was just like, bro, you okay?
Dude, when did you put the banana in the microwave?
I was gonna make a reference. Honestly, it feels like delinquent Steins Gate. The time travel gets to that sort of like not obviously sciencey, but
yeah,
it takes a bit of an edgy route to. Oh man, it's so much fun. You would love it.
Yeah, I will. Once I start, I won't stop. I'm actually watching. I'm watching a delinquent series at the moment, so I probably should just watch it.
Is it GTO again?
No, I do need to go back and rewatch that. No, it's called Bloodhounds. It's a Korean drama on Netflix.
Ooh,
yeah. It just got really dark real quick, and so yeah, been enjoying it. Watch it if you enjoy delinquency and boxing and loan sharks and stabbing.
Cool.
All that happens.
There it is. Oops. Dude,
the one
Undead Unluck. Wait, or was it this one? Our dating story?
What? No, I didn't watch that. Sorry, it's the one. There's the one down. So you flick down. So Ragnar Crimson. One on the right.
Oh, this thing. Yes. Yeah, I thought you misspelled something. I was like,
I went.
was like,
I was going through the new
what?
season of stuff, and I'm just like, I've seen this. I know what this is about. Meh, meh, meh. And then I saw that cover image. I'm like, that looks edgy. So I gave it a watch. The first episode is actually like 45 minutes long.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like a big double episode first up. And I was right. It's pretty freaking edgy.
You just reminded me that I need to go back and check out the one with the severed head.
Oh yeah. I need to go back and read all that as well.
The yokai in like Edo period Japan.
Watch that one.
Oh, dude, it looks so good.
Yeah, the dead thingy.
Yeah, I
need to look
see
up the title. I remember I can see the head in the cage. That's all I can see is the head in the bird cage. And a lot of people said it was fantastic, so I got to go back and watch that.
The first episode was really good.
Well, that's good.
Ed, or was it Death?
Didn't have anything to do with the parade, did it?
I keep getting stuck on Dead Mount Death Play, which
is a different series.
Dropped recently. I think like the last couple of weeks.
Oh, that was an anime, wasn't it? Why did I think that was a manga I was reading? That's weird. Getting so much stuff mixed up. I don't know what I'm reading and what I'm watching at this point because there's just been this massive onslaught of stuff happening.
Yeah.
And this season is just out of control. Like, there's no way I'm going to watch all of this. I'm not even going to watch the first episode of the vast majority of them. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can physically fit it in.
Between everything else, work, eating, sleeping, creating.
Yeah. That's just... You're right. Half an hour is such a big commodity these days.
Well, that's just for one episode.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. You watch, but you just watch one episode, and then you got to watch the next series, and then you got to. It just keeps piling along. You were going down the list of stuff that's happening this season too. I've just distracted
it is actually
you.
Back.
So I'm wanting to reach over and just like.
Did you watch Faraway Paladin?
No, don't think so.
No, it
Maybe,
was an
if you say something.
It was this one. See it?
Yes. Did I?
Second season's coming out. Yeah, it was a baby that was raised by like skeleton, a ghost, and something.
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't finish it,
No.
but like most things, but
you got bored.
Yeah. No, season 2's out. It was a pretty cool fantasy story. It felt like an isekai, but like it was might as well just be a fantasy series, to be honest.
Wow, this is the thing. Everything just starts rolling in. I can't. What's that on your watch list?
That's Panty and Stocking, bruh.
Is that the new season? No.
Nah, I need to.
When's the new season dropping, man?
I don't remember.
I'm psyched.
Dude, I'm super excited for Scott Pilgrim as well.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
I
gotta admit, they've done a bang up job.
Undead Murder Farce. That's what the bloody thing was.
Yes.
Oh, because I looked up Undead Unluck and that's where it popped up. I remember now.
Got a massive list of stuff.
Yeah, this is my watch list of things that I need to get. Like Desert Punk is still on here. I still haven't got
that. How old is that? That's like it's like 2015 or something, isn't it?
I think it's earlier.
I don't think I ever watched that. It just looks so boring.
I thought I looked cool.
Oh, Magical Destroyers. That's cool. You should watch that.
Desert Punk was originally released in 1997. Anime was 2004. Holy shit.
What?
What?
Oh my god, I remember that coming out. Oh no. Time flies.
Anyway, let's talk about Undead Unluck.
Yeah, let's do that because that's new and shiny and different.
Dude, I don't know if it was just me with my rose tinted glasses because goddamn, I'm even more of a simp for Undead Unluck than I was before. But that was a banger of a first episode.
Ed summed the series up pretty well.
Yeah.
Now,
and it wasn't as pervy / sexual assaulty as I was.
This is the thing, right? You read the manga and you just like you fill in the gaps with your mind, and I think this is a representation of maybe the person reading it, but
Rude.
maybe the maybe the manga isn't actually that pervy.
Oh, that first couple of chapters were pretty.
I mean,
like
it depends on how you want to look at it, because if you're looking at it from the perspective that he has no sexual desires in the whole environment, like he's not interested in that because the dude's like 150 years old or whatever.
He's still intruding on her personal space.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't see it that way.
Yeah, that's irrelevant, though.
Yeah, I know. I get that. But he doesn't see it that way. So when you watch the anime, you're like...
I'm sure Harvey Weinstein doesn't either.
You know, Harvey Weinstein is a joke of a human. Really. I mean, out of all the people in this world that should just die in a ditch, it should be him. Anyway, I feel like it's easier to see from his perspective when he's animated and voiced that he has no interest whatsoever. And that's why it looks less pervy, because we're reflecting the fact that like he's just trying to cop a feel, but when in actual fact he's even her performance human as well. He's beyond that. He's just gone, look, this does not interest me at all. So I'm just, he's just trying to die.
The logical step up at the end of the episode, though.
Makes sense. If you want to die, you got to go that one step further, right?
How to pick up chicks.
We're kissed, now we're gonna fuck.
Don't do it like Andy. Oh my god.
He's such a character.
Oh dude. It honestly it went above all expectations. It was such a great first episode.
Yeah, first episodes are always good, you know this.
I know.
It's the 3 that come after that the clincher. But you know what?
There's going to be...
They're known for doing good productions. Yeah. They're known for being consistent. So I don't think we're going to have any trouble here.
Everything that was animated with Andy's abilities and everything looked so fluid and fantastic.
You know what the ridiculous thing is, right, though?
What's that?
Sorry, you finished that.
Okay. I was just going to say that the next episode is going to be like going gonna have a bit of kung fu in it, and I am so excited to see the choreography.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good.
I hope so. I hope it's gonna be great. Because I love me a bit of hand-to-hand combat on screen. It's nothing more fun, I think. Weapons and stuff like that. Meh. When you see hand-to-hand combat in animation, there's just something about it that just.
I think he has the pole at this point. He's basically gonna like face off against Monkey Magic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
I think he's got the pole.
I got the pole.
You know, the one that gets bigger. And then it gets shorter and then it gets bigger again. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. You know, his pole.
I know, I'm aware. His pole that grows and shrinks. I get it.
And then he can unsheath his pole. Is that too much?
No, keep going, please.
And then he can like eject the pole.
Ah, nice. Doesn't secrete anything.
No, the end just comes out and hits you. Yeah.
He just whacks things with it. He doesn't. Yeah.
It's a weapon time.
It's a weapon pole.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that. So David's Productions are one of those studios that stay faithful to the style and design of the manga. So what you'll experience,
capture the soul.
Yeah, what you'll experience is almost the manga coming to life with this stuff, and it's quite fascinating to watch because even though the animations and the movement and the action look like spectacular, they could have gone a step further. They could have made it more detailed. They could have added more frames and you know, just put more layers into it. But that would have been removing from the source material.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody out there like they're going, oh, I've seen better transformation animation, I've seen better this and that. That's not the point. That's not the point here.
I don't know, man. That I guess you could call it a transformation sequence when Andy was rebuilding himself from being swatted
I'll
by
be honest,
the train.
I have seen better.
Yeah, but it was still real cool.
But it was not cool. I shouldn't say better. I've seen more detailed. So I've seen that sequence more detailed. It doesn't mean it's any better or it's any more impactful. No, just trust me. Trust me. I'm just saying that they're staying faithful to the manga and they're maintaining the visual representation of what the manga was instead of, you know, hyper stylizing it or making it more than or focusing more on certain areas that the mangaka just used as tools to push the story along or focus on, you know, powers with a certain character to do a certain thing because it was kind of cool. Instead of focusing on those things, they're focusing on the characters and their interactions and the way the story flows. You know, the interaction between Andy and Unluck is just, I've forgotten her name now. Kuko. Yeah. Their interactions are phenomenal because she is so disconnected from the way he's behaving.
Yeah. Oh, like, he's an absolute nutter.
You think of someone who's been living for God, how long's he been living for?
Unhinged. Lots.
It's like at this point in
multiple
time,
loops.
Yeah. This guy is literally just been living forever.
Pretty much the start of creation, I think.
Yeah. So no, he's lived forever like 3 times over.
Nah, more.
Yeah. So you can imagine just the amount of serious insanity someone would have at that point.
It does come into play into the story a little bit later.
Yeah, a lot more later
ties
on.
into the chunk in his head.
Yeah, which was cool. They of course they introduced that in the first chapter of the manga, you know, and the whole removing the chunk to
I've got to
use
remove my
100% of my brain.
Oh no, my brain is trying to kill me. That'll make sense later on.
So it's on the right side, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh no, it's on his left.
Is it?
I think it's on his left. Because he's always facing the screen, remember? So it's on, so it's on the left.
Yeah.
So that means he's got it wedged in the front left lobe.
Vortex.
Yeah, there.
Lobe?
Which
Vortex?
is doesn't make sense. From a brain perspective, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But
it's fine. It's anime, dude.
I don't care. Yeah, that's right. I don't care. It's fantasy, anime,
he's undead.
And he's undead. The fact that he can rebuild his body is just fantasy enough as is.
The power system in this series is just next level. It's so bizarre. It's so good. I love it. Love it so much. My boy's growing up, man.
So the weird power system in this is kind of reflective on Chainsaw Man a little bit.
Yeah.
And the way that the powers are just like almost random, but they've got a basis, but the characters that they interact with are just like pull a name out of a hat and we'll just see who comes next. And then it's just a matter of working out how they use that power. That's the fascinating part.
And how that interacts with everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fun part. But I'll tell you what. They've done a good job. I was just going to say, David Productions have done an exceptional job. You should watch it. It's definitely worth it.
That's our recommendation for this episode. Go watch Undead Unlock.
Yeah.
Come back
and
tell us what you think. Yeah. Tell us what you think. Go read the first episode and watch the first chapter.
No, you were on the right track.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the opposite of the thing that you can do with the thing, and the other thing, and come back and tell us what you think next week.
Yeah. Or no, it doesn't matter.
Well,
watch it 2 times speed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, enjoy that shit, dude.
Speaking of 2 times speed.
Just real quick, did you know there's another new Fully Cooley coming out?
Yes.
Out already?
Yes.
I guess.
So, from what I've gathered, right, is grunge is actually the continuation. You know how they did those weird 2 things last time?
I have only seen the original Fully Cooley.
So you got the original Fully Cooley, and then you've got progressive and
alternative.
Now, what they've done is they've done sequels to progressive and alternative.
Right. Where's my sequel for OG Fully Cooley?
No, I don't want one. This is the thing.
I kind of want to know what Naruto is doing. I want to check up on my boy.
No, he's fine.
But I want to see him as a 30-year-old that's depressed as I am.
No, we want to see him as a 35-year-old man with no family working in a bread shop. That's what will happen.
He's just his dad
distributing, zines about alien invasions.
Oh my god, is that what his dad did?
Essentially, yeah.
No, he was a reporter, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, but he was like a conspiracy theorist reporter. Yeah.
I said it and was like, he was a conspiracy theorist report.
Yep. No. But man. That series is just still one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
We need to say goodbye to Grandpa because he'd be dead by now. He was practically dead in that series.
Nah, he's space traveling, man.
Oh my god! Actually, no. He needs to
Time's
be
relative out there.
still around, just even more decrepit.
Can't will just be looking after him.
Yeah. Have you been keeping up with?
Bringing him his nudie mags.
Have you been keeping up with Crunchyroll? Not Crunchyroll.
No, I
haven't. Zom 100.
What was the last episode I watched?
Oh, is it 12 out now?
I feel like they're releasing very rarely.
Rarely or regularly now? No, there's 9. There's 9 out, yeah.
I haven't watched the most recent one. So I've watched up to 8. So we've got the Hot Samurai Blonde.
I've got 4 episodes to watch. Because I finished watching Hero of the Dead where he saves her and he fights a zombie shark.
Do you know what's really fascinating about this series, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of people who don't like it.
Really?
Yeah. Which is super weird, right?
I can't understand why.
They're like, it doesn't...
Are they missing the point?
I think they are. Like they're watching the zombie series like, oh, what are you doing during the zombie apocalypse? Having fun and being stupid and...
Is it because they started off like looking like a serious zombie flick from that movie thing?
First 15 minutes are like dark. That's fine.
And then they're all like, oh yeah, that is just zombie movies. It's not meant to be fun. Yeah. I haven't watched Shaun of the Dead.
Or any other zombie film. They're all comedies.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, comedy.
I can't think of
any others. It's not a zombie movie. It's a possession movie. It's a possession movie.
It's got some zombie in it, like undead.
No, they're not zombies.
Doesn't it?
No,
kind of zombies.
They're demons.
Yeah.
No, they're completely possessed by demons.
Schematics.
No.
Just nah.
Nah. You're just wrong. Oh man.
All right, let's talk about the terrible show. Oh,
yeah,
man,
okay.
Back into Dark Gathering as well. That was cool first episode.
Dark Gathering.
Yeah, it's the one with the creepy girl that creeps out ghosts.
She's so creepy she creeps out ghosts.
Yeah, she's the one that has the... Oh, hang on, I'm not sharing my screen.
Oh, yeah, no. There was their skulls in the eyes.
The skulls in the eyes, yeah.
Yeah. Because they animated that, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a few chapters and stuff on the Shonen Jump app. And I've read about as much as I've watched, actually.
I haven't looked at the anime at all.
Oh, dude.
Does it look nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll check it out.
It feels like early 2010s, but in a good way.
Yeah, kind of
like Code Geass, but like in that spooky genre. I can't think of any others that you would have seen because I would have gone like Holic, but you haven't seen Holic, so
no. You do reference that a lot, so maybe I should watch it.
Yeah, it's only got it's got a season dubbed, and then a second season only subbed, and 2 OVAs and a movie. So it did all right. Just the localization did pretty average.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
It was a good dub too. Yeah. It's a good series. One of my favorite clamps.
Love me a good clamp. Okay. Something's happening. Maybe he's getting something. Look at this because he's a hardcore fan. Look at that. Now my understanding is Clamp is actually an all-female studio. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's one of its sort of hallmark factors. Yeah, I know. I was just saying that I think Clamp's an all-female studio.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
5 or 6 women.
Yeah, and that's
that
it's like its thing.
shoujo thing. They're all
Yeah.
like long and elegant.
Yeah.
Tsubasa Chronicles, Card Captor Sakura, Holic.
Yeah.
Chobits.
Pretty stuff. Lots of pretty stuff.
I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. X.
So there probably is. That movie, I want to say is that movie, but it was a series as well, wasn't it? I remember the movie, but I don't remember the series so much of X. It was a really beautifully animated movie. It didn't make a lick of sense to me though. Like nothing. What do you got?
1996 film, and then 2001 series. I didn't know that it had any adaptations. I didn't realize it was that old.
Yes. Yeah, the movie is that old.
No, even the series, like it's old as I am, which is weird to think. Did they? I think they stopped and started doing X, and because I think
it was a weird
like
thing.
a loose connected universe as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Tsubasa Chronicles ties everything together in their connected universe. But yeah, they've been doing stuff since. Oh wow, 87. Oh,
don't get up too quick. You might.
I already did to get my Clamp poster off my wall.
Yeah,
It's been there
and
since
now
the 80s.
your bones are sore.
Jesus.
You're so old.
I know, man. It's sad.
It's terrible. Terrifying. Right. Now we should get back to our
absolutely no. We need to talk about series from the 90s to the early 2000s. And they haven't done anything relevant since rebooting Cardcaptor Sakura.
They rebooted that?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know why I was so high in the Clear Card, but that was like 2016 to 2018. I don't think they've actually really done much recently.
I'm sure they've done something.
Oh, actually, they're doing something with Vanguard. I know, right? It's
no,
weird.
I just typed in Clamp into
Clamps,
and it came up with, what do you know? Clamps.
I'm a clamp you. Apparently in 2021 though, Clamp did a Netflix collaboration to produce original anime series based on Grimm's fairy tales with Wit Studio. So now, I don't know how I missed that. I need to do a quick.
Yeah, that must be newish news. That.
Nah, it's from 2021.
No way. Maybe that's why we missed it.
Yeah, well,
but you know, a little while ago. Are they still working on it or what?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if they are, because I'm not seeing anything pop up that's more recent than 2021.
No, I want the manga artists. I want the studio. What are you guys working on? 2005. Nope. 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 Oh my god. Everything is so all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm still getting pictures of clamps. Oh no. Okay. No, dude, we've got to do it. Yeah, I know you're stalling.
I know. All right, let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing.
But it's time for that special
they did
time
Blood
where we
C as
talk
well.
about the shit.
They did Blood C.
Oh, I never got around to that. Is that related in any way to Blood Plus?
I believe so. Because there was Blood Plus, and then was there Blood C, then Blood Plus. There was a precursor.
There was a movie, then there was a series, then there was another series.
Well, the thing is the movie doesn't have a lot to do with the series.
The series is like a retelling, extrapolation of the movie as far as it's like a continue. Well, it's meant to be a continuation because she's meant to be the same Saya from the movie.
No, I know, but it's like nothing.
I know. I'm aware that you're saying no, but I'm saying it's an alternative universe.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
that's better.
But it's a continuation of the movie as an alternative. Man, I will shit on your pillow.
Please. Give me that pink eye. I want it right now.
The stinky pillow. You know what I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Look, if nobody's familiar with, Blood was an experimental film that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It was an experimental film that Production ID did back in early 2000s. I want to say early 2000s. Which showed. It was designed to show studios what they could do with 3D animation mixed in with 2D. And I guarantee you, if you watched that and you thought if they used these same techniques when they did Demon Slayer, it would be so different.
Lupin the Third.
Yeah. This is what I mean. It's you can use them properly. Oh, wait a minute. When you say no, wait. You say Lupin the Third. Do you know how many incarnations of Lupin the Third there are?
I know. I recently sent you one over X. I X'd you an X on X.
You X'd me on it. Let me see.
It's a few
always
years
Xing
old now.
me. Oh yeah, the 3D animated version.
Yeah, where he goes through the laser grid.
Yeah.
Such a nice
he's such an easy to 3D animate characters because he's a goofy kind of character. He translates really, really well.
One Piece would probably work.
No, I'm referring to the integration of 3D into 2D.
Yeah.
And normally when you see it,
straight CG.
No, we're talking about putting it so it doesn't look like Howl's Moving Castle
has 3D in it.
Has so much 3D in it.
Not surprised, but I mean a little bit.
So the reason that it doesn't look like it has 3D in it is because Miyazaki said, if you're going to put it in there, I don't want to see it. That was their goal, was to make it so Miyazaki couldn't see it. So things like flags flicking, the castle moving, a whole bunch of elements that were in there were actually done in 3D, but you can't tell because Miyazaki was literally hardline.
Threw some Ghibli paint over the 3D models.
Yeah, he was just so hardline about it that he really didn't
He's
want
just
it. Yeah, pull the cigarette out of the mouth. It's like, the world's gonna fucking burn anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I worry.
I'm gonna go put some sparkles on a fairy.
I love the seriously, man.
He makes the cutest stuff, and then he's just so dark. He's one of my favorite. He's like one of my favorite characters of the industry. You know,
he's almost like a caricature at this point.
Oh, he is. He's
also I'm retiring. Hey, I'm back. All right, last time. See ya. Hey guys.
I'm retiring, and then he turns around, looks over his shoulder, and goes, "No, you're not allowed to. You can't do that."
Nah,
Let me
I
come
can do
back and
that
show you how
better.
it's done. Yeah. Oh no,
I'm excited
he's
to
good at
see his
that.
new one.
Yeah,
I remember what it's
it'll be
called.
good to see his last one.
Yeah, sure.
So get him back to Blood though.
Oh yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah. No, this is where it all started, because Blood was the first time that they integrated 3D animation into 2D animation. And
Oh
it's
yeah, he's
not
82.
on the first watching, it's not really easy to see. You need to actually sort of focus, but there's this really amazing scene, right, where Saya is walking into a room and she's holding a sword, and she's walking up to
I think I know
a
which
bed.
scene you're talking about.
Yeah, a bed in a like a hospital room, and just slashes at a person in the bed. But when you're watching it, you're just like, that is just some immaculate camera movement. But all the background and everything is done, and the camera movement is all done in 3D. But the characters are all animated 2D. But it's so hard to tell. They've done such a good job that it's almost impossible to tell. And this is the difference between, seeing Production IG do 3D animation in a 2D film versus other people. They've been doing it since the early 2000s, whereas everybody's just starting to catch on to it now.
You know how hard it is to find Blood?
Yes, I got it on DVD.
I'm like trying to like just Google Blood. Like OVA,
Blood. Did you?
blood movie, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, so they have the exact same title. Cool. I didn't.
go with Production IG Blood.
I found it. I didn't realize they were both Blood the Last. Oh, okay, so it's Blood the Last
Blood the Last
Vampire and
Vampire is
Blood
the title
Plus.
of the movie. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the title of the series as well.
No, Blood Plus was the title of the series. Blood C, which it must come after Blood Plus.
No, it's set in another alternative universe.
Okay, so it's a different
and a live action adaptation as well.
No.
Didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, there is 2009. Yeah, that's
no,
right there.
A short film that had no prospects of becoming anything more than that.
And a game on the PS2. The crazy thing,
when you watch the short film, you're just like, I want more. I want more of this. But the problem is all the more that they made was so vastly different to the original that I didn't want that more. I wanted the other more. Because the original film is like, it's so.
I have I have
everybody should
2.
have it on DVD. But the original is so gritty and it's so dark and it's so violent that when you watch the other ones, you're just like, this is like candy. It's just so like bright and vibrant. And then everybody's like, oh, that's real dark and edgy, right? And I'm like, no.
It was great.
No.
It was so good to experience Blood Plus first as an edgy teenager and absolutely adore the shit out of that. And then finding that there was more in the form of Blood the Last Vampire. So I did it backwards, and it was just like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, I remember putting that disc in my DVD player, and I sat down and I watched it, and my eyes just drank in what I was watching. And when it finished, I'm like, what? Wait, no. Like 45 minutes is just not enough. Nowhere near enough of what it was. Man, I would have loved some more of that. It is so good. So exceptionally good.
That actually, I do remember the live action now, actually.
Now you wish you didn't.
I just saw it, was like, oh yeah, no, I remember seeing it. I remember that. It's a bit smelly.
Okay.
7 Spellblades.
Speaking of smelly.
Good segue.
Good segue.
So you watched
I watched last week's episode and you watched this week's episode.
What the fuck? They don't connect at all.
No, not at all. Now you'll understand why we were so disconnected last week.
They don't connect in the slightest until like the last, like the post-credit scene. And it's literally a I've been defeated, here's my token, blah. And you're like, it happens so quick that you're like, what the fuck was that?
What happened there? And then like the end of the episode I watched does not connect to the next episode at all. Like
I feel like we got gypped
the start of a battle,
fight scene. Yeah.
And then nothing happened. I feel like there's something happened, but something's happened to that character.
I feel like I had a stroke.
Yeah, oh my god, it's just nom 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 nom. So the best thing about the past 2 episodes was that club.
I know 100% it was even more funny because we had it sped up.
I know.
But damn, that was a good scene.
By the way, everyone, we watched this series basically at either a 1.5 or 2 times speed.
I watch it at 2 times speed now.
Because it is so much better. It adds an element of hilarity that wasn't there before. So if you're ever going to watch this thing, man, you watch it at 2 times speed, and it makes it better. It actually makes it watchable.
I don't know. I'm not vibing the interactions that him and Peter are having, where I don't know, man. It feels weird. He's like white knighting. He's a shit character, and I don't like him. Everything he does feels hollow and slimy.
That's because I don't know if that's intentional. If it's not intentional, then that's some pretty poor writing right there. On the flip side, it could also be like facade designed to be that way. Because it sounds like he's like too goody 2-shoes. But then when shit hits the fan, he's like the darkest, most edgy guy on the planet.
Yeah.
Anytime he gets into a serious fight, he's just like, oh, by the way, I know several different techniques on how to tear the soul out of your body.
Through your butt.
Yeah. It's just, nothing really connects properly. Everything feels really disconnected.
I think that's my biggest issue with it, is that it feels like it could have been something grand.
It could have been this.
And they just fucked it.
So what happens here is they're down in the labyrinth. If you haven't been following before, there's a mysterious labyrinth under the school. But they're down in the labyrinth, and they've discovered the exotic foods club.
Something like
what
that.
It was? Yeah. Something like that, where they go down and they eat like monsters and stuff.
Anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah. And when I saw them and when I watched them for the first time, so I watched them last week, I'm like, why are these guys not the story?
Yeah.
Like this would have made a much more entertaining story than watching whatever was happening upstairs.
It was like 30 seconds. Also, why don't they utilize the dungeon any time? Like, it's such a more interesting setting than whatever the fuck school shit they're doing.
It's so dumb that they're prioritizing the most ridiculous things and not actually giving you any progression or any character growth or anything to grip onto to enjoy the main characters. It feels like they feel empty.
Same.
Like so empty. Every time they talk, they're just like, oh, you're right. By Joe, we should have done that. Or we are best friends.
Oh my god, shut up.
Let's all put our hands in the middle and say, huzzah.
I'm going to inject my manner into you.
Yeah, that was a little bit,
I was like, all right, stop.
So that whole scene, like at the start, is so like
He's going through growing pains, puberty, his first period.
yeah, and he's also just turned into a woman from being a man. And
Also, women have superpowers. They have a magical storage in their
oh,
womb.
I forgot about that. Their
Yep.
womb is where they keep their magical energy.
No, they can store it there, so they can have
Oh.
they can have a temporary power boost by opening their womb.
So why can't I just like store it in
What?
my testicles?
It's not the same, bro.
No.
It'd be like them having magic stored in their ovaries. We don't have an equivalent to
Just store it in my stomach then. My bladder.
Store
my
it in
colon.
the sack.
What do you
not in your testicles, but just in the sack.
just inside the sack? In volumetrically speaking, how much space does magic take up? Actually, like, is there an equation for this? Do they actually explain how much space per cubic millimeter of energy is stored in that space?
Actually, I just want to because
there is actually
no, not that, but like the rich girl just like gets all up in him.
oh yeah, she's like, let me touch your tummy.
She's like, wha-bam, and Peter's just like, I don't know about this.
I feel like that if they like 100% focused on Peter and his story and his character, this would have been a whole different thing, right?
Yeah, because then they could have actually done the whole thing a bit more justice.
Yeah, they could have focused a lot more on it. That whole gender swap environment.
Honestly,
and
what this series needs is a bit more time. Just everything's too fast. Let some things breathe and settle, and get and have better dialogue.
It's just
sometimes
they're trying. They're doing the Harry. This is like Harry Potter. It's just Harry Potter, but anime. Now I've said like it's a ripoff, but it's not even a ripoff. It's actually as poorly written as Harry Potter. And
oh shit, shots fired, bro.
Really?
That's a hot take.
Is it? No, I thought it was a dead take by now because everybody says that now.
I mean, the audiobooks are still great because Stephen Fry reads them too.
Stephen Fry is awesome. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. And he's a performer to the max.
Only like redeeming factor about the Harry Potter franchise.
You break down Harry Potter and you break down all of its things that it says at its core, it's pretty bad. And its character interactions, I think the fanfic has gone more in depth than the original source material has.
I don't know. She retroactively changes things, so she's written her own fanfic.
Yeah, well, that's what Harry Potter is. But anyway, getting back to this, it's you're right. Pacing is a big issue. It's like it hasn't been properly edited.
Yeah.
And the characters haven't had time to get to know each other. Now, I understand at this point we're about 6 months into the year, right?
Yeah, but there's no difference between this and day one.
No, that's my point. Is nobody's showing any real sign of difference from when they walked in there to where they are now. And it's almost like on that first episode, they just went, let's be friends. And that was it.
You and me, we're tight.
Bro,
like this.
We're done.
We've peaked already.
Yep. It's all sorted. It felt very much like that. It was just so set up. There was no coincidence. There was no growth.
I forgot as well the amount of after-school special in this episode in particular was just so cringy.
Felt like a real filler, super filler episode. Like they just had nothing to say here.
It was
Oh
so
my god,
bad.
that freeze frame! Take it off that freeze frame. Those hands are actually killing me.
Which ones?
The
All
blonde
of them?
girls. No, the
Oh,
blonde girls are just like the worst. Oh my god, that's no better. She's like touching his crotch.
Well.
Oh, it's so bad.
Anyway. Enough of that. 2 out of 10. We'll continue to watch again.
Look, I'll keep watching it. It's nowhere near as bad as our previous one. Cheat School was just rubbish. This has
that was a special flavor.
Yeah, this has a glint of potential behind it. It's just they're not utilizing it at all. The concept is there. The idea is there. The execution is just like we've done our half. We're going to sleep now. And they just phoning that in.
I feel like Shield Hero should be our next one, but that'll involve us binging season 2.
I think you might be delightfully surprised by Shield Hero. So if you
I kind of want to go in. Yeah, I've watched it the first season.
Okay.
I want to go in thinking that it's going to be a hate watch, and then we're going to get blown away by like awesome shit. I just want to watch it.
I think it's just going to be whimsical.
Pretty, at least.
They hated on it so bad last season.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think it was as bad as the.
Well, I remember hearing that
another harem one.
The source material for that section of the story is pretty average as well.
Well,
they just like sped through it as fast as they could.
No, what happened was they actually skipped an arc. So there's an arc in the manga that happens that they skipped and went straight to this.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
How?
Why is the question. And I think it's because they're going, this is a harem manga. We're going to skip straight to the harem side of things and jump straight into that. Which, the first season's got it's got a few elements of it, but it's not like the overarching sort of story. It's just the underpinning. It just so happens that all the characters he comes across are female that fall in love with him. But
who would have thought?
But do they? This is the other thing is you look at Shield Hero and you go, he's traveling with women, he's traveling with girls, but they're not like falling for him. They're just companions.
Shield Hero.
The main one is
Rough Talia falls in love with him, and I've forgotten the chicken's name.
No, that's a different thing. That's more of a family sort of love. That's not a love.
Yeah.
Not like what we've got,
Just really quickly as well, while we're talking about furries, Spice and Wolf is getting rebooted, which I am super excited about.
I didn't realize we were talking about furries, but okay.
Yeah, Raftalia and Chicken Girl. Like she's a tanuki. They're demi-humans, bro. She turns into a chicken.
Yeah, but you don't go, that's a hot chicken. You don't go, that's a hot 10-year-old either. So,
the queen was also actually, they all had the queen, the lolly forms, didn't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched Shield Hero.
No, the queen. I don't think the queen did. I think the queen had a full adult form.
Okay. Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf. Tell me about Spice and Wolf because I never watched it.
It's wholesome economics in.
Is it just?
But also period piece.
It's a period drama about running a shop.
Like
shop.
what?
Not ship. Shop. Ship shop.
Yeah, well, it's it's a romance too. Apparently, I never got too far into the series. So 2007 is when the manga initially dropped. We got an anime back in 2008 that wrapped up in 2009. And then it's been slowly rolling on, and nothing until like a month ago they announced that Spice and Wolf is getting a reboot as of 2024. I just found. Oh, holy shit! And I just found out that Kevin Penkin, the Australian musician that did the OST for Made in Abyss, is doing the OST for Spice and Wolf. So that's super cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a win. It's a win
Yeah.
right there.
I'm
See,
really excited now.
Spice and Wolf, I always put it, so there's like 3 series back in the day that I kind of put all in the same basket because they were kind of furry related. But Spice and Wolf, Wolf's Rain,
she's a goddess. Is that the same for Wolf's Rain though? Actually,
I don't know. Never. Yeah, and the what's the other one? The romance one about the guys that turn into animals. Fruits Basket. I get those 3.
Okay.
Like they're all kind of similar
look,
time and
they're all
similar
shoujo as
ideas.
well.
Yeah, and romance and all that sort of stuff. And I think when they came out, I was just like, I could do with some sojo right
now. They're all alcohol.
Yeah, I put all of them in similar baskets. So if you liked any one of those, then I guess you could blend in between any of them. I believe Wolf's Rain's a little bit more edgy, though.
Spice and Wolf is adventure fantasy romance by the looks of it. That's its genre taggings. I thought it was more of a period piece, but yeah, it looks like it's actually more of a fantasy setting. And yeah, it has a big focus on economics, trade, because our MC's a peddler, and Holo, that's her name. The wolf is the goddess of like farming, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
Of the harvest or something along those lines.
So it's like a farming sim.
Yeah. Period. Fantasy Harvest Moon.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. I'm really hoping that it looks impeccable. Hopefully,
well, it will, no doubt.
It continues past the point that the original did, but I think it's still ongoing. Like the manga is still continuing.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
That's a few years.
Yeah, 2006 to present. But I think it's a monthly release because there's only 24 volumes.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Like, that's still... It's a substantial amount of book, but, like, it's also
over that period of time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... Damn, I didn't realize it was that big.
17 years.
Yeah.
Am I calculating that right? Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there are also light novels.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's the light novels. Hang on. Okay, so the manga is concluded. It ran for 10 years from 2007 to 2017. There's 16 volumes of that. And I guess they're still putting out light novels.
Jesus.
God damn.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see that. So watch this space. That'll be early next year, I think.
It's
Hopefully.
gonna be a busy year next year. So much stuff
Just
coming out.
nothing is slowing down.
Nope.
Kinda
Everybody's
glad that-
creating stuff all the time, non-stop.
Speaking of,
Segway.
yeah, pop
Join
on over
us.
to the dark side. Share around to all your friends and family. Help us get the word out. What the governmental funding means for us in this campaign is, if we reach our goal, the government is going to match us dollar for dollar, essentially doubling what we crowdfund off this Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really cool. I'm really excited to start sinking my teeth into this. So hurry up, Logan. Come on, man.
I'm only like, I'm already started, man. You guys have got a bit of work to do too, so don't be whipping me. You should have seen me with that highlighter on that script until I realized that, I'm just like, I shouldn't be doing this. This is not my book. This is not my writing. This is someone else's. Let me just draw the pictures.
I mean, I think he wants feedback, doesn't he? I don't know. We'll ask him in a minute. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming and watching us talk about shit for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
This has been episode 66 of Read This Way. Catch us every Wednesday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. And I've been Brad.
And I've been Logan.
And we've been Read This Way.
We'll catch you next time.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube hoary shit. Love you, bye.